Hey, hot tip on purchasing travel insurance. All right, did you know that when you travel outside of the country, your health insurance typically doesn't cover you? Um, and when you buy travel insurance, one of the things you're going to want to look at is the health insurance coverage. Again, this is when you're going out of the country. But here's the problem. Travel insurance typically doesn't cover a pre-existing condition. So now I'm going to tell you how to get around that. Before I give you that info, go ahead and subscribe and like and click the bell. We're going to be headed on a Far East tour here soon, and you're not going to want to miss our updates. Now that we're going to be back on the road, we're going to be posting a lot more. So don't miss that. Well, so here's the hot tip. Travel insurance typically does have a medical insurance component to it, but it won't cover pre-existing conditions. What are pre-existing conditions? Those are health problems that you've been diagnosed with or treated for in the past. Now, if you're Medicare on Medicare or retired, pre-existing conditions the last thing on your mind. All those kinds of things are covered automatically. Not so with travel insurance. And so there is a hack. The hack is to buy that travel insurance within 14 or 15 days, different companies differ, within 14 or 15 days of the first deposit that you made on your trip, or the time when you bought the airline tickets, for instance. And so what they want is they want you to get the travel insurance early and quickly so you're not gaming the system. They don't want to be in a situation where you get sick the day before your trip, you go online, buy travel insurance real quick, and then try to get reimbursed. So the goal here is for both of you, both the travel insurance company and you want to play it straight and have coverage. So if you have pre-existing condition or you've had health problems in the past, purchase your travel insurance within 14 or 15 days of your first deposit. And then everything's covered, even pre-existing conditions. Now, different companies have different policies and they look back for different time periods. So depending on how long ago your pre-existing condition is, it may not be an issue. But just recognize that Medicare is not going to cover you outside of the country. Your own your own medical insurance policy likely isn't going to cover you outside of the country. Certainly not for any kind of an extended trip. For instance, my Medicare Advantage plan does cover me for 60 days outside of the country on one trip. Also, if you get an annual travel insurance policy, recognize that they typically only cover you for 60-day trips. Anything over that, you won't have coverage for, even if you have an annual insurance policy, travel insurance policy. So don't get caught. You don't want to go on a trip and get sick or have an accident or an injury and not have any medical coverage. So if you have a pre-existing condition or if you don't have coverage that covers you outside of the country, travel insurance that has medical insurance can be really valuable to you. Just make sure you buy it within 14 or 15 days of your first deposit on your trip. All right, everybody, remember, come join us, subscribe. We're headed on our trip. We're going to be in Vietnam, Thailand, Japan, maybe a few other places. So come along for the journey.